Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and so many of you, when I was cutting up all my weekly vegetables for my stir fries and casseroles and soups and all the good things that I make and eat, many of you asked me to show you my stir fries, how I use it for my stir fries. So that's what we're going to do today. I have got chicken. And this is my boneless, skinless, dark meat chicken. And I debone and skin that myself. And then I've got 2 of my packages of my frozen veggies. So I'm going to show you just how I do that. I do have a little bit of my rice going in my rice cooker. And all is going to be well. And I'm going to do this stir fry. And this usually lasts... Well, I've got company, so it's probably only going to last a couple days, a couple meals. Anyway, let's get busy with this. Everything is pretty much prepped, and that's what makes this so easy. All I got to do is before I start that, plug in my wok. I got it sitting on my stove on a cutting board, and I'm going to also put a little bit of olive oil in here. Now, I'm pretty liberal with my olive oil. I do use quite a bit of that, so there's probably a good tablespoon and a half in there. Now, with my chicken that I debone, I'm just going to chop this in almost bite-sized pieces, okay? Now, I took this out of the freezer yesterday and let it thaw out overnight in the refrigerator because you never ever want to leave your chicken thawed on your counter or the back of your sink. You're asking for trouble when you do that. Okay, that's getting good and hot. And that's what I want. I want it nice and hot. I don't need to put any onions or anything in with this because all my stuff is already prepped. And I've got onions and mushrooms and garlic. No, I think I might need to add a little bit of garlic. That's one thing I will need to add. I got a little garlic seasoning here. Okay. Let me wash my hands. I'm going to put the lid on that so it don't splatter all over my kitchen. I'm looking for my garlic. Okay. I can never open that. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in here. Probably enough to equal a couple cloves. Okay. Okay, I'm also going to put a couple dashes of my soy sauce in here. Nothing huge. Now, this isn't necessarily a how-to. This is just how I do it for myself. Okay? I season my meat when I'm cooking it. I don't just wait and season the veggies. I season the meat while I'm cooking it. And I'm very liberal with all my herbs and spices, because I don't use any sauces. I don't really care for sauces other than a little seasoning and some soy sauce. Just a little bit. We're just putting just a little bit of granulated garlic in there. I know I just put minced garlic, but I also add a little more to it. I'm also going to do some pepper, fresh cracked pepper. If only you could smell this, friends. It smells wonderful. And a few dashes of salt. Not too much because my soy sauce is salty. So, there it goes. It is going to cook up nice in here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And it is doing quite well. I will bring you in and show you that as soon as I move this stuff. Okay, you can see how nice that is doing. And I will put a little bit of water in here to deglaze the bottom, because I am going to show you how to make a nice little glaze for this. Though I don't do this all the time, many of you have said you don't know what kind of sauce to use, or you don't care for sauces, so you're trying to find a recipe that would make a good sauce or a glaze. Well, I'll show you that. And we just got to let this cook a little bit more. And when we put our veggies in, the moisture that produces from the veggies, a little bit of juice that comes out of there, we will do like a cornstarch slurry, and we'll make a nice little glaze to go with this. So for right now, I'm going to put my lid on that. And that's going to cook for a little bit, because I want that chicken pretty much cooked completely through. And the reason why I want to cook completely through before I add my veggies to it is because I don't want my vegetables to get mushy. I like them tender crisp. So, we'll be right back. Okay, friends, you can see this is cooking really good, and this chicken is just about done. So I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there to deglaze the bottom of that pan before I put my veggies in. And see how that brings all them yummies up? All the bits of deliciousness in there? And that will make its way through all my vegetables, and it will be delicious. Okay, we'll let that cook down just a little bit. I'm going to get my veggies ready, and those are going to go in there. That chicken is done. There goes one bag. And remember, this is going to make a little juice, and that's okay. I'll show you a nice glaze. Look at loads of vegetables. That's what I have totally frozen. I didn't thaw them out. There's everything. I've showed you these were the vegetables that I prepped in my video the other day, and I think this is the last two. I think this was, no, I got one small bag left. So there we go. We're going to turn that up a little bit, and see, you can see there's a little juice in there yet. And then when these veggies thaw out and start to cook down a little, I do want them tender crisp, and they'll be delicious. So I'm going to put the lid on that, and we're just going to let that saute in there. Okay, friends, look at there. This is all set, and see that juice in there? I am going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my veggies and kind of stack them up the side of the pan. And you'll see that little bit of juice right there in the middle. Okay, let me bring you up here a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of water, just a little bit, and I got a little spoonful of cornstarch, you can see right here, just a little bit. I'm going to mix that into my water. I probably won't use all of this because I don't want a gravy. I just want a nice little glaze. Okay? And I'm just going to pour. See that? Just pour a little bit in there. just so that it makes a nice glaze. You don't want gravy. Now look, beautiful. I can mix it all around. I'm going to unplug this. It's all done. Just coat all that with that little bit of glaze, and then you don't have to have a special sauce or anything. You've got all your herbs, all your spices, all your, seasonings in here, and it is all in that juice. And when you make a little glaze out of it, it just goes all through your food. Everything's coated, and it is, friends, delicious. Okay, we're going to plate this up. This is delicious. There is my rice. And there you have it, friends. That's a delicious homemade stir fry. Chicken and veggies with all my seasonings and herbs and spices. So give that recipe a try. You're going to love it. Thanks for watching.